All right, I've got an ad playing, so I'm going to wait a few minutes. I'm going to turn on the music. Because, trust me, you do not want to hear nothing for like... you don't want to hear nothing for like 5 hours. I don't plan on playing that long, but you know what I mean. Hello. How's it going? Oh yeah, I should probably show myself, right? I should show myself, right? Ta-da! Okay, you don't see that. I'm like, I moved my camera, so now everything's all wonky. But anyway, hello, how's it going? Today is gonna be a pretty lazy day. Because, as I've written down, it's literally just going to be shiny hunting this stupid Dialga. I have... Oh, wait, you can't really see this, so... Give me a second. But I'll show that in a minute. Before I start, obviously. But also before I start, down below... let me just be a sellout for a second. So, I have 2 ways that you can support me. I have Twitch, of course, where if you get Twitch, you're able to get these fancy little emotes down on the bottom. You can't see my fingers or anything, but you get these fancy emotes down on the bottom. You get the nice Tricky Derp, Tricky Pog, which is kind of standard. The Smug, which is my favorite. You can use it for any devious situation. You have Think, or T, as I made it short, and the standard LUL. And then as you subscribe and we get more subscriber points, I'm able to unlock more slots. So I'm able to get the S, which is pretty standard, the D, which is pretty standard, you know, the shock face, the shrug, which I'm going to remake, the S I'm going to remake too, the W I'm going to remake, but probably not be like one of my last ones I do because it's pretty boring. The cry I'm going to remake, and the angry I'm going to remake. But point is, we work towards those and we're able to get more, and then I'll be able to do Tricky Jam, Tricky High, or Hey, and then a High Five, and yeah. I've got more to make. But I want to remake the ones on the bottom first. Anyway, or I have the other option of Patreon, where if you get one of the higher ranks, you're able to see what I'm working on in the background, if I'm working on something, and you're able to, if you get the highest rank, you're able to get a free commission. Well, free, I shouldn't put it that way. You're able to get a commission, which I'm not the best artist in the world, but I did want to give Patreon people something, unlike a $25 sub for Twitch. But yeah, nothing special. I have 2 ways that you can support, and the cheaper one is Patreon for $3, where Twitch is $5. $5 a month. Hey, don't get that 1 sub one day. Hey, anyway, I'm done shelling myself, so let's switch over to this, and then I can begin. So, there it goes. Anyway, so as I was about to show, profile, there we go, trending. Oh, friend recently started. Anyway, I have over 40 hours. My save file is at 20 hours and 38 minutes. Probably 39 minutes because I had to save because I moved myself closer. I have about 20 hours worth of shiny hunting done. Fun. So yeah, before I get to that, let me do this. Dialga, shiny, cutscene. I've been using this. I've been using this video so that I can literally just 12 seconds, here we go. So I can literally just look over and be like, oh yeah. Anyway, so by doing this, I can now see if it's green or not. And the reason why I have the music playing is because I have the music turned off in the game. You do not want to hear me start up the game, go to that point, every 5 seconds. So you're hearing, what is this one? Pokemon Chill for 10 hours. And I think it was just Pokemon Gym, and now it's doing Azalea Town. And it's all remixes too. So it's 10 hours. So I don't think I'm gonna play for that long, but 10 hours is better than nothing. Another thing that you may have noticed since the last shiny hunt is that I fixed my colors. I know this sounds stupid. Yeah. You'll be hearing that when the music start and stop so often. So I fixed my colors. And you're probably thinking, like, fix his colors? What are you talking about? Hold on. There it is. So in my XSplit, which is I'm finding a lot of faults with. Anyway, in the XSplit, there's a full dynamic range button. So once the Chimchar shows up in the bottom right behind me, you're going to notice a difference. Right now, he's a nice color. I turn on the full colors, and he's a little off color now. Oh, wait, you can't. Yeah, you can kind of tell. Not as much. You can see that it's a little brighter than it should be. But by turning it off, it looks like how I see it on my screen. I've been, and then I altered the colors a bit, and I used my my drawing tablet to try and match the colors on the screens. I got pretty close. It's not perfect, but I got pretty close. I didn't leave that option on, did I? No. So, yeah. Otherwise, today is basically going to be pretty boring. And, well, it's a lazy day. Because, as you notice, like, I've done 20 hours of this. And I don't want to, like, I'm not in the mood to play a game. I'm in the mood to try and catch this bugger already. And at approximately 1 check per minute, it's like 55 seconds or something like that, but 1 check per minute for 20 hours. That's 1,000. All right, 60. Well, 10 hours would be 600 checks. So I have about 1,200 checks. I'm not putting up a number to like see how many I've actually gotten, because I've been getting frustrated at this stupid thing. And by knowing the numbers, by knowing the exact numbers, I would just frustrate myself so much. You know what? This music is actually quite loud. Let's turn it down a bit. There we go. But yeah, it would frustrate me so much more if I could see the numbers. Because I would see, oh, 1,200 checks. That's about 70%. That means I should get him. It's not what it means. It's absolutely not what it means. But by seeing that percentage, that I have 1,200 checks and counting, and seeing that percentage go up, it would go like, oh yeah, I should get him in like 5 checks. No. Another person who does shiny hunting, it took him 35 hours to get him, and that's about average. But I want to get this done. Like, I don't expect this to be done in like an hour or so. Like, as I got closer to like 10 hours, it's like, oh yeah, I did about 1,000 checks now. No, I didn't. I did not do about 1,000 checks. Hold on. No, that's running. Hold on. Something's not running. What's not running? Weird. Anyway. That's also why I have it rounded up to about 60 seconds, because sometimes I don't hit the button right away. Yeah. But yeah. Today feels like a lazy day. I mean, I didn't do nothing, but I didn't do anything productive today. I worked on this a little bit. And that's about it. So, tomorrow, tomorrow, but for people who are watching this VOD, today, I'm going to be doing an entire Tricky Cat day. Because tomorrow is Tricky Cat's birthday, canonically. Which means I'm going to be playing Pokemon. Not this Pokemon, because I actually can't continue past it. I mean, I could, but I can't continue past this point. Because if I do continue, well, I mean, I could. Like, I could start up a new file, play this game, and, like, go. But I really want this shiny Dialga. And I want it on this file. So that it says, oh yeah, Kyoko caught it. Yay! Whereas I caught the original one. But, regardless, tomorrow I'll be playing Pokemon. And Mario Kart 8. And some Smash Brothers. And maybe some VR. But the main three that I'm going to be doing is... Pokemon, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and Smash Brothers. Pokemon because, well, Tricky Cat Pokemon. It's always been that tie. I could even do Let's Go Pikachu all day. Like, really? Could even do some moveset. Not making. Like, I have a team of 6 shiny Pikachu. I could even take the time to transfer my Pokemon. I think. I might have to, like, spend money. But transferring my Pokemon over to Pokemon Home. Because I'm pretty much done with Pokemon Go. That means both of my shiny Pikachu from Pokemon Go are coming over. My original shiny Pikachu from X and Y, if I use that one. Or I could use the one from Let's Go. I have 4 other Pikachu from Let's Go. 2 are male, 2 are female. So a total of 7 Pikachu, technically. However, I don't know what to name the male. Or wait, I already have the male named. But I don't know what to do for their movesets. And I want an entire team of Pikachu. I don't care if the team is a complete gimmick. It's just going to be for fun. Anyway. But anyway, I'm going to be playing Pokemon Sword more than likely. It's going to be working off of the... working more of the champion stuff. The the partner one, the Grand Star Championship or whatever it's called. Do that one. I haven't fought Honey yet, so that's another thing I could be working on in that game. But Pokemon aside, then I go over to Mario Kart because Tricky Cat can drive in Mario Kart because of the Mii's. I would do Miitopia, but Miitopia is kind of a It's interesting, but you're basically just going to see me level up and grind to the point that I can finally get the elf class. What else? Oh yeah, and then after Mario Kart, do Smash Brothers. Because I am way out of practice for Smash Brothers. And I'd love to get back into it, because I'm going to have plenty more time. The other thing with Smash Brothers is, not really Smash Brothers itself, is that, well, my idea... How should I put it? My idea for January... Now, I said this in my Discord, but my idea for January is to start Final Fantasy up again, the Final Fantasy 14, and work my way all the way up to... Oops. Work my way up all the way to level 70. Because that's where the Shadowbringers DLC comes... Or DLC. The Shadowbringers expansion pack starts. And... that's where the Shadowbringers expansion pack starts. And if I get there, I will buy subscriptions. But I'm finding that I may have to get a month subscription, like a time card or whatever, for like a month or two. Because considering that Endwalker has kind of destroyed their servers... I may not be able to do free to play, which I would love to do. I have the expansions. I would love to continue up to the expansions. I have them. I should play them. But I found out that I can't start at level 50. Either I jump boost myself up to level 80, or I skip the main story, but stay level 46. Yeah. I have to grind, which is gonna suck. But, and this isn't really a big but if I can, like, get a group that can help me level up to level 50 and go through that story for level 50 and all that stuff, I might have to skip the story because nobody's playing it, but, you know. But I want to get to that, you know, to level 50, get into the DLCs. Because A Realm Reborn is apparently the worst of all of them. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the worst thing. I'm not saying that A Realm Reborn is bad. It's just because it's better than 1.0. But out of the expansion packs, it really drains everything. And that huge leap from level 45 to 50 is murderous. But I'll see. I'm gonna, like, take a day, see if I can do it free to play. If not, then, well, I'm boned. If I can't, then okay, I'll just buy like a time card for like a month or something, or ask someone to buy me a time card for a month. You know, it is Christmas after all, and then play it, go through it, and see what I can do. But I need to remember how to do a lot of stuff again, because I don't remember the order of operations for my skills. I need to, like, research all my skills over again. So yeah, that'll be fun. And the major thing is that female Hrothgar are on the horizon, and my character is supposed to be based off my old character Korora. I mean, I gave her the same name, but if female Hrothgar are kind of lithe, not really bulky, like your typical well-muscled girl that's been bodybuilding and whatnot, then I'm gonna switch her over to the Hrothgar for her race. But if if they're big and bulky and meant to be, represent male Hrothgar and really well muscled, then I'm just gonna leave her as a Mikote, because she's supposed to look very small and weak, but because she uses heavy weapons, that's what throws people off. And it's kind of this theme that Korora goes with. And I love it. Anyway, I digress. If I get everything all set up, January will be Final Fantasy 14 month. I will have not all the way for the whole month, like a day here, a day there, but mostly Final Fantasy 14 with some Pokemon thrown in, maybe some Pokemon thrown in, some Monster Rancher thrown in. I'm definitely going to continue Monster Rancher, but holy crap was I frustrated yesterday. Where am I? Okay. Another thing, and I know I'm still talking, but if you do have questions, you feel free to ask me. Of course, if in the VOD, you're not going to be able to ask me those questions, but because on my VOD channel, my archive VOD channel, I don't respond to comments. I might like one or pin one or something, but I don't respond to them because it's just like, dude, this is a VOD. This is a VOD. I mean, it's cool or not cool, but it's cool that you liked the video and, you got to see the VOD and see what my stuff is like, but I'm not really going to respond because it's a VOD. I'm going to respond actively, but again, I'm digressing again. But my schedule so far has been nothing. And there's a reason for that. Of course, I do have to throw in personal days because I need to work on stuff. I'm not going to be able to fly off the seat of my pants and doing nothing all day. So, streaming at night, still going to be a thing. Unless Twitch hits it off. Speaking of Twitch hitting it off, I was doing some shiny hunting after stream and before supper. Because it was in a crock pot, so it was just finishing up. And I'm playing, and the next thing I hear is, all in the pot. Oh, sorry. All in the pot. And I'm like, what? Oh, what the heck? And I look over, and it's like, someone followed you. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you for the follows. But I'm just sitting here doing. I have my XSplit on because I was. I didn't switch my monitor over, kind of like what I am now, or what I'm doing now. Actually, speaking of which, do I even have? Yeah, I do have my alerts on. I don't have the little petting thing on this window. Anyway. Which is great, but I mean, I was just shiny hunting, and it's just all of a sudden, all in the pot. I'm like, what? I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, why am I hearing that? And the funny thing is that it didn't do the variants either. I have a bunch of variants for following, and it could be anything from, me doing Scar. It's like, you won't get a sniff without me. And I put it under Tricky Cat's voice morpher, and it sounds so silly, so unintimidating, and I love it. And I also have another one an older one, where it's just basically the start of the Final Fantasy winning theme. Ba 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 ba. And it's Tricky Cat doing an acapella of that. No one has hit that yet. I'm not joking. No one's hit that yet. And And I'm kind of curious if someone will hit that, but I digress. I keep digressing, but I gotta keep talking. I gotta keep talking. Otherwise, you're gonna get bored. And maybe you won't get bored. I don't know. But no one's chatting yet, so. I mean, it's also only been like 20 minutes, so meh. But if I don't talk and then, yeah. I've done enough YouTube videos to know that having 30 minutes of doing nothing but just shiny hunting and no talking is boring. I mean, yeah, I got music going, but remix music. But it's not enough to not talk. Think of it like a podcast. A podcast is boring if it's just music and no talking. Should have grabbed some water. I'll do that in a little bit. Give myself a break. But anyway, upcoming plan for my upcoming week and such is Saturday I'm gonna be, well, tomorrow's Tricky Cat's birthday, so I'm gonna be doing all that stuff that I mentioned earlier. Just playing games, trying to do some interaction, like, hey, you want to be a part of my group? Okay, stuff like that. Maybe. You know, for like raids or Dynamax adventures. You know, just that kind of stuff. I'm getting myself off tangent. Anyway, doing that stuff for the day. And then Saturday, I'm going to be continuing to work on my Ultimate Breed guide. My guide to Ultimate Breeding. I actually just mocked up the logo, which looks very Pokemon. And I love it. I showed it to my friends, but they didn't say anything about it. Meanies. I'm kidding. They're not mean. But it turned out really nice. It really looks like it's the actual Pokemon logo, and I just messed it up. Which is okay, but I did want to make it look like the logo, but not actually be the logo. So anyway, and I pulled up a whole bunch of pictures. Blech. Mucus in my throat. Oh, I can feel it in the back of my throat. It's horrible. Ugh. So, yeah. So I'm going to throw in all the pictures, try and get the special effects going. I'm not going to work on transitions just yet. Because what I'm going to do for my transitions is that I'm going to... I don't know. I'd probably do custom ones instead of the basic wipes and stuff. But I might do a couple of basic wipes. Kind of depends. Nevertheless, the entire structure is set up. I did the raws the other day. Or yesterday? No. The other day. I got the raws done. So I'm going to work on that. I also have to get a picture of a Pokemon box and a picture of Pokemon in a team. It's not going to be that hard. But if I get those two pictures, then I can like point out, oh yeah, you can't do it this way or that way, you know. And then after doing that, I'm going to work more on my images. Because as you can tell on the bottom of my About page, it's got some decent header pictures, but it's really messy because it's me writing down everything I could possibly think of to explain what's going on. And that's my next goal. Ow. That's my next goal. Is to make new pictures and spruce up my about page so that you can go look down and it's like, oh, it's Tricky Cat giving a hug. What does that mean? Oh, he's just saying hi. Hi! And you can't see my arms. Anyway. Or, what's another one? Oh yeah, I have Tricky Cat eating the Twitter bird. Because that's an old joke that I made a while ago. That on an old update video, I said, oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter. And I had the Twitter bird, or was it my old channel intro? I don't remember. So I had the Twitter bird. I had Tricky Cat kind of like bent down like, ooh, I'm going to eat ya. And the Twitter bird was like, oh, I'm going to be eaten. Ah! And so the joke is that no one would really get, but, you know, Tricky Cat's a cat. He'll catch and eat birds, you know, this standard stuff. So the joke is that he caught and ate the Twitter bird in that picture. And then another one is Tricky Cat holding up a tip jar, which, easy. Although doing that high angle shot was hard. I still think it looks goofy. It looks really odd. But, yeah, and then get the pictures done. And then after getting the pictures done, I'm going to rework the emotes that I pointed out earlier. Because although some of them are okay, I really do need to remake some because although they're okay, I could do better. Like the angry one, which is just basically like I'm throwing up a claw. It works, but it needs more facial emotion. So I'm going to up the ante and make it rage. Just the white, or like no pupils, white, angry triangles, that kind of thing. I didn't mute myself. Okay. I'm still microphone shy from yesterday, yesterday, from muting my mic, forgetting that I had my mic muted, and then freaking talking and yapping. You can see Tricky Cat's mouth moving and everything, and it's just like, oh, my mic has been muted. Bah! You didn't hear me rant the entire time? Ah! That monster is so frustrating. I don't know why I chose to start with a pixie, of all things. I thought, oh yeah, it'll be an intelligence monster. It has low life, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Boost its intelligence and skill. A little bit of defense, of course, because, again, really weak and one touch kills it. And I'm struggling in D rank. I'm surprised I didn't like make it to C rank. Holy crap. And now it's like I'm stuck in D rank and I'm not ready for D rank. Nonetheless, I'm going to keep going with it. I might just let it die. I don't know. But But yeah, I should have went with the Dragon Kato. As soon as I found it, I was like, no, I want to go with the cat pixie and name it someone's waifu because it's funny. Ha 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 ha. And it blew up in my face in total rage. Blah. Anyway. So after I work on the images, update the emotes and all that stuff, and then emotes. Yeah, work on the emotes and all that stuff. Monday should be my... Like, I'll do a stream at the end of the day for Saturday and Sunday. Monday, I'll give myself a day off. Oh, Saturday, I can't really... Oh, my God. I can't do that on Saturday. I work on Saturday. Duh. But... That is so weird. Anyway. Yeah, that's so weird. Oh, because like I have my screens on, but it's not, because usually it counts my second screen for whatever reason. Today it's not counting my second screen. It usually does. Well, whatever. It is what it is. It's just my second screen. That's why it's like, huh? I mean, I could have like no one watch. I could have like 5 people watching my stream, and I would never know. But usually, I look at the viewer count, and usually it's a 2, because I have my second screen on, telling me, "Hey, there's an ad playing. Probably cut it out or something." Today, it's not doing that, which is weird. Whatever. I mean, I can prove it. Like, I can prove it. I can go, but I can. Well, I could prove it if I wanted to use my camera on my phone. I don't want to. Anyway. That is. Bum, 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 bum. That is like the clunkiest of clunks I've ever heard. That is horrible. Anyway, so Saturday I have to have off actually, because I forgot that I have to work on Saturday. Blah. I have to work on Saturday, so no, I can't just like. I can't just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work on that on Saturday. No, I have to work on that on Sunday. Monday's my workout day. And I'm not gonna stream that because, well, sorry. I'm not gonna work on that or stream that on Monday because I have had so many problems getting, I've had so many problems getting that working. And, oh, to top that off, remember how it's, or I don't know if anyone said that, but during the stream on Monday, it was like, oh yeah, your computer must be downloading something. Hey, guess what? Windows Update. And it was like, when was it downloaded? It doesn't show when it was downloaded. Oh, look, your PC doesn't meet the minimum requirements of Windows 11. I don't care. Windows 11 looks like, and from what I've been reading, runs like shit. I hate to say that, but they just have a curse. I mean, to be fair, Windows 10 runs like shit half the time, too. But anyway, you're not okay. Good. It's like, are you seeing my mouse when I click back into the window when I'm doing other stuff? No. All right. So, okay. Since I remembered that I have to work on Saturday, I can't believe I forgot to work on that. I have to work on Saturday. So Saturday is work. I'm going to be doing something late at night for Saturday because I wanted to do something late or something for work late on Saturday. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, but I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to stream it because I've noticed that every time that I do stream it, I don't really get much, I want to say participation. That's not the right word. Man, what's it called? Viewership. Nobody really watches it. And even the one that I did upload to the VOD, upload as a VOD, didn't really get much, so I'm just not going to stream it. So no stream on Saturday. But Sunday, I'm going to work on, like I said, I'm going to work on the video. I wish I could work on it. Or I wish I worked on it today, but I wish I could work on it on Saturday. Anyway, it's lavender town, I can tell. But yeah, Sunday, work on my video. Well, episode 1 of the video series. Monday, work on pictures for my Twitch page so that it doesn't look as cluttered and janky and messy. And then also that's my workout Monday, which I wish I could stream, but I've had so many problems with it. I'm not even gonna worry about it. It's just, oh, by the way, it's not lagging anymore. The problem with it lagging on Monday was literally Windows downloading stuff behind my back. Oh, I've already pointed that out. But also the problem was I'm not doing this in VR. But it's so weird though. I never had that problem until that week, after I had to do the update with the stupid firmware, and it's, you know, halfway works. Anyway, I'm still gonna rant about that. I'm getting an Elgato PCIe card when I get a chance. Anyway, I know I keep ranting and I'm going over stuff again, but it's just because of the fact that I need to just keep talking, you know. Yeah, and then work on emotes. Tuesday will be in the next stream after Sunday, because Sunday I'll stream. I don't know what yet, but what I'm planning on doing in the future, not too far in the future, but I plan on getting one game that's going to be solidified in the channel for a bit, kind of like how when I did Pokemon Emerald. That was the game that I just kept playing, and that had the most views because it was very consistent. Unfortunately, once it was done, it's like, okay, yep, and it kind of fell off. I still have my Emerald sitting there, ready to be played again, but work got busy, and then it was like, ugh. And I got depressed, and work. Anyway, fuck work. As I was saying, get something installed. Like I said, for January, it's probably going to be Final Fantasy. I know I keep saying, I need to stop saying sorry. January is going to be, I'm listening to music, trying to pay attention to a game, and talk at the same time. It's hard to do that. Multitasking is not my strong suit when it comes to this stuff. So, like January, I wanted to be Final Fantasy, because I want it to be a goal where, hey, if I can beat so-and-so by the end of January, I will start doing Final Fantasy more often, and, you know, I'll buy a subscription, and that'll be part of the channel, but, you know, that's just more, I don't want the challenge to be, ooh, will he make level 70 by January 30th? I mean, I don't have to go from level 1 to 50 or 70. I have to go from level 46 to 70, which I'm halfway there. Sort of. Actually, would I be? Considering that the EXP curves kind of improve as you go on, but the stuff that you get for quests and stuff also improves, so maybe I'm more than 50% of the way there already? I don't know. But still, it's a challenge. It's like, ooh, will he make it? I want to do more stakes of that. Kind of like where I want, well, I'm not going to do it, but it was a cool idea at the time. If I run across a random shiny while playing a game, I gift out 10 subs. Just off the bat, you get 10 subs. Everyone gets 10 subs. But the problem with that is that, well, it's not really viable. But on top of that, too, it's like, it's something that had never happened to me. And when I have bad luck like I do, well, what would be the really bad luck? Oh, I find a random shiny just playing the game normally. Oh man, now I have to pay $50. I have to lose $50 for finding a random shiny. Hey, maybe my shiny odds will improve. At least that was the thought. But it's probably not viable until I get like 500 subs or something like that. Anyway. Now I gotta find a different topic to talk about. But, well, let me continue on the tangent. So, I do want to solidify like something that I do like every week or every other day or something. And Final Fantasy is one of those. I could do a retro RPG. Such as Tales of Symphonia. Yes, that is retro now. Or Breath of Fire 3. I love that game. Or something where you can customize your character a little bit. Because one fun fascination that I've been doing is playing an RPG and seeing if I can be like the dwarf, the short person, because like, well, just in general, if I'm playing, I always play Tricky Cat in VR chat, but when I need the taller avatars, I switch to them. And it's so surreal going from the smaller viewpoint of Tricky Cat and going all the way up to the normal viewpoint. It's just like, how much harder would it be if you were literally 3 feet tall? And it's just been a fascination lately because it's like, I want to know. How would this world fare if Tricky Cat were in this world? That's been the kind of prime question that I've been doing in every game lately. Almost every game. If I can do it in the game, I try and do it in the game. Like, for example, Pokemon, I try and put Tricky Cat in there, but you can't really hack stuff anymore. So doing a hacked Pokemon in Pokemon White, for example, I can do that and like kind of sort of make Tricky Cat, but not really. Like, I can get really close, but that's about it. And then other games where it's like, oh yeah, you can customize your character. Okay. But the main things Tricky Cat has his 5 elements, but the main things that really set him apart and make him powerful in like old style fantasy realms is the power of electricity and fire. I mean, yeah, he can use his vines and whatnot. Obviously not in this model. The app 3D model. I wanted to give the person a lot of leeway and like not put too much work on him, because if I had him like do all the special effects that Tricky Cat would need, oh my god, I would be paying $1,000 and it would not be worth it. Especially for someone who is, not like an expert. They did an awesome job. I'm not saying they did a bad job. I'm saying that, like, if you want professional grade stuff, you're gonna pay professional grade. And I didn't pay professional grade. I paid for using someone's time, doing the best they can, ironing out everything. Like there's only like 2 things on this model that are bugged. And the 2 things is just like, it was just out of his expertise. Which, it's fine, but you will never know him. Only I know him. Because I've had to use the model in things that the model was not made for. And that's how I found out the bugs. Yeah, so unless you're really looking for them, you would never notice the bugs. But anyway. The other thing is that like if a game would let it happen. So anyway, okay, now I know where my tangent went off. So Tricky Cat can use his vines, which in a fantasy setting, it wouldn't really be that odd Like, oh, you can use vines. Okay, bloop, bloop. But it doesn't really, like, help or hinder them. Like, think of, trying to think of the D&D spell. Thorn Whip? No. There's a D&D spell where basically you create a vine and it wraps around an opponent. That's basically what his vines do. But that spell is like entry-level spell, not really strong at all. And it can easily break out of the grapple. I want to say it's Vine Whip or something like that. Like literally Vine Whip, but I don't remember. And then there's boy. And then there's his water blasters, which, yeah, they're pretty strong. And yes, they would be able to cut metal because water can cut metal, by the way. But in a viability standpoint, because he stands upright, the only way that he can get his water blasters to work in the upright position is to bend down, go on all fours, and then arch his back so that the blasters actually hit something. Which, yeah, basically they got obsolete, or obsoleted? That's not the right term. I mean, obsolete is the right term, but there's a past tense version of obsolete that is not obsolete, but like antiquated. There we go. I just thought of it. His water blasters got antiquated. Yeah, they can still work. Yeah, they would work. It's kind of like whale's hip bone, where whales have a huge hip bone, but they don't need it anymore. That's kind of what the water blasters are. Oh, speaking of, I forgot about something. I wonder. Basically, I'm doing a costume, or getting a costume of him. Very expensive. Wait, I'm getting a costume of him. Very expensive. But, oh, novelty, nope, not that. I do have that, but I was curious if they didn't find anything. That's fine. So I got my swatches yesterday for the costume, but I noticed that there wasn't a swatch for the, there wasn't a swatch for the water blasters. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like the tail's there, the bulb is there, his fur is there. It all looks great, but there's like nothing for the water blaster. How are you gonna do that? And then the person that I keep in contact with is like, oh, I better contact the designer and see what's up, because they have to have something in mind. Like, yeah, because when I originally pitched it to them, I said PVC because it's hard, it gives that gloss, and it's fairly cheap but not super cheap. But the problem with that was that I was like, yeah, if we did that, it would be kind of a weapon, and we're not supposed to do that. Kind of like how the acrylic claws and the acrylic, I don't have claws on Trick Cat, and the acrylic teeth are very soft. They're not, they're soft, and they're also dulled so that they're not actually sharp in weapons. So I was like, yeah, we can't really do that. Okay. And it's like, what if we just did leather and made it like a little leather tube or something like that? Oh, yeah, that'll work. So now the hurdle is to make his water blaster out of a leather material, but also make it look like it's metal. So that's going to be a hurdle. And it's like, that is going to be, and it's really important. The person I have contact with understands that it's really important too. Because I want to use this costume out in like conventions and stuff and be like, hey, I'm Tricky Cat. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Yes, sirree. Anyway. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Yes, sirree. Anyway. But anyway, I'm Tricky Cat. Look at me. I have a Twitch channel. You can see me do stupid stuff online. Yay! But, you know, advertise. I'm not stupid. You know, it's a dumb idea, but it's like, hey, if I need to do physical advertising, I'll do physical advertising. I will do physical advertising. And that is like the dumbest, like the most expensive and dumbest but smartest thing that I thought of doing. That would be like seeing any of the Hololive girls having costumes of their Hololive outfits, and they wear them and go out in public with them, advertising their channels. That would be what I'm doing, essentially. But back to the topic of my costume, that because we can't use actual like hard materials to emphasize that it's metal, because that is the one thing about Tricky Cat is that's super uncanny and inorganic, is the metal blasters. Like, I want to say this is uncanny, but this is a part of them. It's kind of like, how should I put it? Well, it's kind of like having metal dragon horns, or in the case of Dialga, like part of his body is metal. But if you make that metal look like, or Lucario's spikes, there's another good example now that I think of it. You can't use metal for your plush, because that would just be irresponsible. That would just be irresponsible. So what they do is that they use white plush instead. I am spitting all over my all over my drawing pad. But for me, white metal or white leather may not work. Like, it might be too bright. I don't know. That's something that's got to be figured out, because that's going to be the one thing that sells, that it's a water blaster. It contains water. It, well, in Pokemon terms, can be used as a weapon. I want to sell that. I want to sell the illusion that it's made of metal. Yeah, it's not going to be made of metal, but because, I mean, if I have to clean the costume, it's going to be pretty hard to clean that, considering that it's made of metal and it rusts, or it's made of steel and just clunk. Can't really put that in the washing machine. Although, do you put costumes in a washing machine? I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, that's going to be the toughest thing. The rock tail looks like it's going to turn out amazing. The plant bulb, made out of, also made out of like a fabric fur kind of thing. Not really fur, like plush fabric. It's going to look nice. The head's going to look nice. The fur is going to look amazing. The actual fur, like Tricky Cat's furry, by the way. What else? Oh yeah, his hands are gonna look amazing. I'm gonna be able to use them outside and inside, although mostly inside, because as much as I like put in the options to do it outside, I'd rather just do it inside. But considering public spaces are very dirty, I did not want the indoor stuff. Now, if I were like doing it personally, like, oh yeah, I would never have it leave my house or whatever, then yeah, sure, I would go with the actual feet bottoms, paw bottoms or whatever. I don't know what you call them. But considering that I plan on bringing it to public, do the shoe boot bottoms, because I know how dirty those public places get. As much as they clean them, I know how dirty they get. I do not want to deal with that. Like, if I want to do like a dance off or whatever, I am not, well, one, I'm going to be in public, but I am not going to like ruin the bottom of the feet by walking around in public, even in buildings. And that's the other thing too. It's like, oh yeah, ideal for in buildings. Okay. Have you seen some of the floors of those buildings? Probably not going to do a lot of photo shoots with him though. But it's mostly going to be like, bring him to a convention, advertise for about an hour or so, and then put him away. Because I'm not wearing that for longer than an hour. Nor am I, yeah. Nor am I going to wear it for an entire day. That would be horrible and stupid. I've already done it. I got dehydrated. It's horrible. Never wear over like full body costumes for longer than 30 minutes. An hour, you're kind of pushing it. I've done it for an hour while having to take the head off and taking drinks. Never again. I've done it before. But the only reason why I'm doing it again with Tricky Cat is because I don't have the, oh, you must stay in character all the time kind of thing. Because you know how hard it is to stay in character when you're sweating buckets? Very. So yeah, I wouldn't have any qualms with taking it off his head. And it's like, okay, I need a drink. Hold on. Bloop. Yeah. Oh man, I revealed that I'm getting a costume. Don't worry, no one's gonna know. Like, yeah, you'll know, but like only if you see the VOD or if you're watching. I don't care. But I've said it a couple times that I'm getting a costume with them, with Tricky Cat, because I want to physically advertise them. I want to go, oh, do I look cool? Yeah, you can see more of me on Twitch. Clever. Oh, you want me to do more walkarounds and you want to see Tricky Cat more? Pay me on Patreon. Or see Tricky Cat more in public? Pay me on Patreon. I'm not stupid when it comes to business. I've learned quite a lot at work about business. And I was never promoted to supervisor or anything. So I learned a lot. Okay, I'm going to move Tricky Cat's face because I keep staring at him. And like I keep staring at him and I'm looking over here, which fine, but I want to like address you, the viewers, not Tricky Cat, the avatar in the little corner. So yeah, like I've figured out some business stuff, how to shill yourself and all that other stuff. The main thing that I need to do when it comes to shilling my channel and all that is to like just go, hey, support me. I'll do more fun stuff. Hey, I get $5 a month. Fine, I'm gonna do more streams. Oh, I'm getting $50 a month. Awesome, I'm gonna do even more streams. Like, not supporting me is, well, just keeps with this schedule. I really have to clean my monitor. I just realized how much spit is on it thanks to Tricky Cat's yellow fur. But yeah, like the more support I get, the more stuff I get to do. Like, hey, you want to spread the word that I'm doing streams and I'm fun to watch and all that other stuff? Tweet it out. I've got a Twitter. Oh, you want people to see my VODs because, you know, I'm not streaming at the moment? Tweet it out. Tell people I have a YouTube channel for my VODs. Oh, you want people to support me? Yeah, I have a Patreon. You don't have to subscribe to Twitch. But if you subscribe to Twitch, you get some really cool emotes and some more on the way. As soon as they get more subs, of course. I want to get an animated one. Like, I'm not allowed to do animated ones, but I want to get an animated one with Tricky Cat being pet with the hand. Like, pet with the hand. And, you know, just a smiling, that kind of thing. Which you can, well, can't pet me now because I don't have the thing on the right page. But you can pet me. So much stuff going on. Ah. I'm just looking at my friend's stuff. But anyway. Yeah, and it's just like, that's what I'm starting to do. Oh, you like my stuff, but you can't do a monthly subscription? You can throw bits at me. Or actually donate, which I'm setting that up too. I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, I need all the money in the world. No, I just want people to spread the word that, hey, I've got cool stuff. You get to see a nice little yellow cat do stupid stuff. Or be silly. Blah. Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta click on my head here. Do silly stuff. No. Blah. Blah. No, where's my blip? But yeah, I just have to decide what I'm planning on doing is the main thing. Not in a bad way, but like decide what I'm doing in the sense that like, okay, what am I going to do for a Twitch schedule? I don't want to like do the same thing every day, which is why I've avoided doing shiny hunts because this is pretty boring if I weren't talking. And I'm going to run out of things to talk about eventually. But at well over 40 or 20 hours of this, and I've got no shiny Dialga yet, this is really frustrating and it's hard to just play this constantly. But the thing is that I don't want to be doing this every day. This is like head bashingly horrible. Like, I don't know how actual shiny hunters do this and then get lucky after like 500 resets. I'm well over 1,000. I'm not even near 2,000. I don't know how they do it. And they do it in much faster time than I do. How? But, and then on top of that too, doing this all the time, I want to have a game that I can play every single day. You know, your Monster Hunter, your, not Monster Rancher, but your Final Fantasies. I want to go back to that tangent for a second, but I'll finish up what I'm saying here. Like Final Fantasy every day, Animal Crossing every day, or Pokemon every day. Can't really do Pokemon every day. You know, just something that I do every day so that when I do go back to like, you know, playing a Pokemon game, doing some shiny hunting, doing some drawing, doing some anything, it's not such a jarring thing and it doesn't look like that I'm jumping around games too often, because that's one thing that I'm trying to solidify. Like, I wanted to solidify Monday as my workout Monday with Ring Fit Adventure, but 2 weeks in a row and it was horrible. Not because I was trying to do it in VR and I was really sweaty. It was because just like every time it just exploded on me and it was horrible experience. But I wanted to show off Tricky Cat's bouncing butt and have some fun and nope. I wanted to do that as a staple, like every Monday do that as a routine. but nah, ain't gonna work. So maybe like a Final Fantasy Friday or something. Midweek Monsters. Midweek Mario Kart. Mario Kart Thursday. I don't know. But I don't want to like play the same games every single day. Just have like one staple that I play almost every day. And then play a side game every once in a while. Like, okay, my main game is Smash Brothers, maybe. So every day I play Smash Brothers. Get better and better and better. But maybe not Smash Brothers. Because, oh my god, how do people do For Glory without getting super frustrated about the lag? Holy crap. That is horrible. That was another thing I forgot to do. Tuesday I was supposed to play Smash with friends. And I didn't play Smash with friends. Fuck. I don't know. Maybe I can get them on Sunday or something. But anyway. You know, play Smash every single day. Except for like, oh, I'm going to work on this today. Oh, I'm going to play this today just to break it up. You know, stuff like that. But the main staple is this game. Or this game or that game. I don't know. So much renting. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, let me go back to my tangent of Final Fantasy 14. So, I was seeing a bunch of streamers, like, they're, like, so excited to play this, but the queue times are so bad. Like, they had to disable so much stuff to try and keep their servers online. So much stuff. And the people are still seeing like queue times of 4,000 people. Like, holy crap. But you look at all the stuff that happened in the recent years, just in the past 2 years. You had the pandemic, so everyone's staying inside. I wouldn't say everyone, but you know what I mean. Everyone's staying indoors. America is losing their workforce because, well, nobody can work for 2 hours a week and get money to pay for their houses and stuff. So they just stay on unemployment. So that hurts. Not really hurts, but that expands the reach of MMOs. And then you have, not the bot crisis, but you have the hype of Endwalker, which that's going to bring a lot of people in. And then you have World of Warcraft just collapsing on itself. So that's going to bring people in. I said this to a friend in a different Discord server. Like, just consider all these things that happen. I mean, yeah, you have people excited for Endwalker, but consider all the WoW players that just left WoW and went over to Final Fantasy 14. Name another MMO that's going on right now. It's somewhat recent, so RuneScape is not one of them. EverQuest is not one of them. EverQuest 2 is not that popular right now. But name another MMO that is fairly popular, kind of like World of Warcraft, but not really, and it's somewhat recent. Like, name one that fits all three, and the only one that I can think of is Final Fantasy 14. I'm not even joking, because EverQuest 2, not that new, but also not really that popular. EverQuest, again, that one's really old. Like, I remember playing on dial-up internet, old. And then, not to mention that you're, with EverQuest, you're supporting Sony, which I would not support Sony. Sorry, Sony. I do like your stuff, but I'm not supporting you in an MMO. Sorry. Anyway. So, EverQuest is out, both versions. And then there's Arcade, which has failed and came back and failed and came back and failed and came back. I'm not joking. I have all the emails. And then there's RuneScape, but that's an old game. And it's supposed to be super complicated to begin with. I'm not joking. It's meant to be complicated. You know, go from 1 to 100 in levels for one skill. You can max them all out, and there was like one person who did it after like 1 million hours or something like that, or 1,000 hours. No thanks. No, it definitely wasn't 1,000 hours. It was up there in thousands of hours. Just no thank you. Did I reset that before I even seen Dialga? Blah. What an idiot. See, that's why my time is not exact and why I haven't been doing a check on everything. Oh, I heard this one before. On a different video. Anyway. But yeah, like, name another one other than WoW. Like, I can only name Final Fantasy. Like, that's the only one I can think of. Activision Blizzard has been doing a lot of sketchy stuff lately, so it's like, yeah, I can see you, like, not supporting them. But, yeah. And then, on top of that, the semiconductor shortage. So that's been hitting it hard, and it's just... all combined just made it so much harder to play. So I don't even know if I'm going to play in January and go through it, like I said earlier. I would love to, though. Just so that I have a game that I'm playing nearly daily. I'm trying to think of something to talk about because I'm running out of things to talk about. And I'm looping on myself to talk about stuff. Yeah. This is also the other reason why I didn't want to stream this, because, like, what do I talk about for 2 hours straight? What do I talk about? Oh boy. Ugh. Anyway. But yeah. I can't promise anything, because for all I know, in 2 weeks, I go back to crappy hours again. I don't know. I can't promise anything. But for the time being, I will promise more consistent streams. So, around 7 o'clock CST, 8 o'clock EST every day? Yes. Well, not every day. Not every day, but consistently around the same exact time, so that if someone wants to watch me stream, they can. Every time. Or, you know. But I'm gonna, and this is kind of dumb, and I hate doing this, but I'm going to throw a promotional thing in every single Discord I'm in, so that I can go, hey, I'm doing something cool, instead of sitting here shiny hunting. But I got to get to that point where I am doing something cool. You know, hey, you like this game? I'm playing this game. Let's check to see how stupid I am. Ha ha ha. Okay. I know I call myself stupid a lot, but... I'm really not. Like, the one thing is that I like to do that because of the fact that it's just like I make fun of myself all the time. And it's like, I'm not really calling myself stupid, but when I do stupid stuff, I just do it for fun, you know? It's fun to act stupid. To a point. Because... there's acting stupid and not harming anyone, and then there's acting stupid and harming people. Yeah, the latter is not fun. I've seen a lot of people do that. I've also seen adults with business suits act like a 5-year-old and throw a temper tantrum and throw themselves on the floor. And I'm not shitting you. It's very embarrassing to watch that. Especially since you're the reason why they're throwing a temper tantrum. Oh. Soon, I'll be able to reveal the dumbest shit that I've ever seen at my job. Soon. You will get to hear about the Karen that thought that me handing her 20 packets of cheese thought that it was aggression and wanted to punch me in the face for handing her 20 packets after I handed her 5. That's right. That's like someone getting 4 packets of ketchup, saying this isn't enough for my one small fry, and then being handed 10 more, and then find out later that being told they're going to be punched in the face for being so fed up with them. In a building with cameras. Come on. And then there's during the time when you get to hear that story. You get to hear the exploits of people going, oh, in a building full of cameras, nobody's going to see that I took off my mask. Right. Or everyone's complaining that they don't have a place to charge their phone. Let's install outlets at every booth so that people can charge their phone. Only to have them blocked by the napkin dispensers that are originally not blocking the outlets, but now that we have the outlets, everyone puts the napkin dispensers, not employees, put the napkin dispensers in front of the outlets, completely defeating the purpose of having the outlets so that you can charge your phone. I'm not even exaggerating. I've even seen people bring in their phones, put it on an external battery when it's sitting right next to an outlet. Again, not exaggerating. I've dealt with the dumbest of the dumb. I have dealt with the I wouldn't say the most entitled. The entitled of the entitled. I have dealt with the childish of the adults. And it is sad to see most kids be smarter than said adults. I am not exaggerating. I will be able to tell more about this stuff later. Because, I'm not going to go into full details when I am able to talk about all that stuff, but I will be so glad to be able to get it off my chest. Be able to say, oh my God, I've had to deal with this for 7 years. And by dealing with this for 7 years, I have lost all faith in humanity. Hooray! Why do you think I use this instead of a normal person for an avatar? Anyway. Players of lower level, Warframe. Okay. It's in a different Discord, but it's like, hey, But hey, game creator, when are you going to be done with the next patch? When it's done, like, come on, people. Don't ask the game creator when they're going to be done with something. Never ask that, because you're going to get that answer. You're going to get the answer of when it's done. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, especially for a single developer. Like, oh yeah, here's another example. The Coin game. Single developer. And everyone asks, like, when are you going to add VR? When are you going to add VR? When are you going to add VR? And he's just like, I don't know how to put VR into the game. So when I get everything done, then I might add VR. Like, that was literally his response. Like, when I get everything absolutely done, then I might add VR. But, my God, that game would be amazing in VR. I'm not even joking. The Coin game would be amazing in VR. I don't know how you would be able to pull it off, which is what that single developer is wondering, but it would be amazing. I'm not even exaggerating. It would be amazing. Because, like, I was playing the games on, on PC, and I was like, oh man, this is really cool. I still have that clip where I'm just like, I completely fumbled the jackpot. I was like, I win! I'm never playing this game ever again. Oh. I've done that with a couple of games where I like, I have a picture of an old pinball game there's an old pinball game that they brought into a convention, and I played it and I got the ball stuck. Like, if you shook the table. Okay, this is Lavender Town again. Are they just recycling things? It hasn't even been 2 hours. Anyway, so it wasn't like stuck on a bumper. It wasn't like stuck in a hole or anything like that. It was literally just stuck in the middle of the playfield, unmoving. And yeah, sure, you could get it unstuck by shaking the game or whatever, but like, no, I was like, I win. I win the game. I can never lose. I don't get any points, but I can play the game infinitely. There's also, what else? I should check to see if Octo's playing something. Because he was playing, Monster Rancher. I'm not going to switch over to him, like, right away, but... yeah, that's what I thought. He was playing it earlier, but yeah, what I was going to do yesterday was I was going to play some more Monster Rancher 2. Whoa! Was it really Twitch that was doing that? Whoa. All right, note to self, Twitch, like actual Twitch channels, just running in the background, pulls up a lot of CPU that it shouldn't be taking up. Holy crap. I knew it. I found out what my issue was. It was Firefox. Anyway, yeah, single developer, like, yeah, it'll be done when it gets done. Which, yeah. There's another developer that I started supporting, or I shouldn't be supporting. If someone were to find out my name on that thing, they'd be like, what are you doing? I supported it because I fell on very, very depressive times. So, like, it's literally a game I played for like 2 hours. And now that I'm coming out of depressive times, don't need it. Not even joking, don't need it. But yeah, single developer, they're going to tell you when it's done, because like you can't rush them. You really shouldn't rush them, because for all like as a single developer for making a game, you have one person working on it. So let's say that, you know, they work on it 40 hours a week. Okay. You know, normal work week, Monday through Friday, they work on it for 8 hours a day, just give or take. Whether that's true or not, that's a different story, but just keep that in mind. So let's say Wednesday, instead of working on their game, they had to go out and, you know, get groceries. Well, that's an hour out of their day already. And then, well, they don't want to be working constantly, so they're going to play some games every so often, not all the time. So that's another hour gone, at least. And then, you know, that's kind of on the minor side. But let's just say that, you know, one day they decide, you know, something horrible happens. I don't know. Their truck dies on the highway, or they have to do an oil change and they find out that they have to replace the entire transmission shaft or something. Well, that's 5 hours gone there. Yeah. So, yep, you know, those 8 hours for the 40-hour week, well, now it's less than that now. Yeah. Whereas a game where if they were to have like maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 developers, if one person like gets stuck at an oil change or something, the other 3 can continue working. That was one thing that I brought up in a different Discord server, that I know I keep saying a different Discord server, but it's like there's either my Discord server and then there's the, I want to say 20 others that I'm in just from backing stuff. And also from like Twitch pages. Like I have one that I was backing, but I've literally not seen them stream or play anything in literally, I want to say a year or 2. I don't even think I have that commission picture anymore. I should. Because I got a commission picture of the, oops, A button, please, me. Thank you. I got a commission picture from them that, does my mouse show up? No, okay. A commission picture from them that, it's basically my old WoW character falling out of a window and just going, this is certainly a predicament. Like, I don't know if I said this story on stream. I'll be glad to tell it again though. In a minute. But yeah, I was planning on doing like going back into game design, but the games I want to make are large in scope. The only game that I want to make that's small in scope requires relearning 3D in Blender. I have not touched a 3D program in 10 years. So my last model that I've ever made and rigged and made and animated is well over 10 years old. This one does not count. I did not make this myself. And I do not know enough about... I do not know enough about current Unity, because Unity is so further updated than when I last used it. Like, it is a different animal altogether from when I last used Unity. And I'm not exaggerating. When I used Unity, you were lucky to get a platformer working properly. Now, you can just slap in code that makes a platformer perfect. Like, Everything is perfect. You can do ledge grabs, you can do special moves, you can do 2D and 3D, like you name it. You can also do blending animations better, and it's like it's completely different than when I used it. And then on top of that too, I have to relearn Blender. Well, actually not relearn Blender. I'd have to learn Blender because when I learned 3D modeling, I learned it in 3ds Max. I privated that help tutorial video because, well, one, it's severely outdated. Like, I would be surprised if that video was still helping people at that point. And two, I don't have 3ds Max. The closest I have is Blender, and I have never used Blender, ever. So I would have to relearn an entire system, and it's like, do I have time for that? Not really. Especially if I want to like stream and stuff. I'll just keep to writing. Speaking of which, I'm not going to do writing streams, but I am going to be doing updates to the story that I've been writing. Well, was writing and then stopped writing and then started writing again. My Sakadu space opera. At least that's the code name. I have not come up with a good title yet. But now, start doing updates of that on my Patreon. Oh man, I lost what tangent I was gonna go off of. I was like, oh yeah, I'll talk about that later. And oh yeah, the Chasmodon. Anyway. Because I'll go into because story time. But yeah, I'm going to start working on that again. You'll see updates of that, updates of drawings, updates of, you know, that stuff on Patreon and Patreon only. I'm gonna shuffle things around so that all Patreons get to see stuff that I'm working on. Whoa. Weird lag. It's definitely Windows Update. Anyway. And then make it so that Patreons get early access to any videos, or not Patreons, but the higher tier Patreons get access to early access to videos I'm making and stuff like that. I still gotta switch around. Right now I have it where it's like $3. You don't really get much, but I will be able to say thank you to my Patreons for supporting the stream, blah, 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 blah. It hasn't started yet. I still need to do a bunch of stuff to update that, but yeah. So before I go into the story that my space opera that I've been working on and off, but now on again, is that the Cosmodon story for World of Warcraft. So long ago, back before I had Wrath of the Witch King, Wrath of the Lich King, and before Cataclysm came out, Wrath of the Lich King was out, but I didn't get it yet. So in order to level up my character, my friend, his friend, and his friends, I should say, my college buddy and his friends, because his friends were online, and anyway, my college buddy and I were like, okay, let's level you up. So we go to, I want to say it's Chasmodon. And it basically, like, one of the bosses is a play. So you can either do the Big Bad Wolf, Little Red Riding Hood, Little Red Riding Hood, Three Little Pigs, or was the third one? I'm trying to think of another children's story that it could be. Wolf in Sheep's Clothing? Anyway, you get one of the plays, And it would do that. And then you would have a different one that was kind of like chess. And then you would have another boss that was basically don't stand on the certain colors. And then the last one was at the top of it, and you would defeat them and you get a cool gear. And I got the Little Red Riding Hood cloak. Anyway, before we get to the disco boss where you had to like stand in certain colors and all that, I had lost, there was like a little shop in the area, and I was like, kind of like, okay, I want to drop off this stuff. I don't need this stuff. And I lost track of my friends or my group. I was like, okay, where did you guys go? Oh yeah, we just went through the doorway and it's just right next to the guy. I'm like, okay. So right next to the guy, I go through a doorway. It wasn't a doorway. So Casmodon has these ramps that go into these large arches. So the problem that I had with my old PC was that it wouldn't render the ramps right away. Because one, it was too steep. And two, if I were to look down, it would like lag. Well, not like down, but because of all the monsters on the lower floors, it would lag. So I kind of kept my camera to like mid-level, pointing up a bit. So, and because, you know, I went up and down these ramps and you can barely see them, I see this archway thinking that it's a ramp. It was not a ramp. It was a window. So I'm like, where? So I am in the middle of saying, where are you guys? It's like, okay, so this one, and then I just burst out laughing, like, oh my God, oh, this is so bad. What the fuck? It's like, and everyone else is like, what the fuck? Where are you? It's like, I fell out of a window. How did you fall out of a window? Where did you go? And then another person like falls out the window trying to find me. Plop. Another person is like, where the fuck did you go? It's like, I found him. He's on the bottom floor. How did you get to the bottom floor? Plop. And that's another one down. That's 3 of 5 of our group dead. No, wait, 3 of 4 of our group dead. And then my college buddy is just like, what the hell just happened? We're all breaking up laughing because it's just like so stupid that we all fell out of this window and we're all dead because we fell out of the window. And my college buddy's like, what the hell? And then he goes around the corner, sees the window, he jumps out, pops Featherfall, and he drops to the bottom, wakes up all the monsters. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't know. I thought it was a ramp. It was hilarious. And that's kind of the moments I want to like replicate. It's just like the dumb moments of like, oh shit, I fucked up so badly, but I know we can get out of the situation and laugh about it later. Like, that moment was hilarious. And I'll always remember that moment because that was an awesome time. I was in college. I was able to play games with buddies. Even around other computers. We did LAN parties of Dota. The original, not Dota 2. Not League of Legends. Actually, League of Legends was just coming out of beta at that point. Whoa, what is with the lag, man? It's random and intermittent too. And it's not, and the worst part is that it's the game, or my capture card. Like, everything else is smooth and running and everything, but it's the capture card. I don't get it. It's so weird. I've never had this problem up until I had to fucking update it. And now that I've updated it, now it's jerky as fuck. I'm never buying AverMedia ever again. Ever again. This is horrible. It was working fine, and then I corrupted a driver somewhere, and then I got the firmware update, and now it doesn't fucking work. Now it lags the hell out of itself. Oh, it's gotta be the hardware. I don't know. It's working perfectly fine. It's gotta be the hardware, though. It's working perfectly fine now. I did the firmware and it's working perfectly fine. No issues. Is that a hardware issue? No, it's fucking software. But I was like, oh, you gotta RMA it. It's like, I told you it's 3 years old, man, guy. I told you it was at least 3 years old. Unless you have a really long warranty of more than 90 days, you're not getting an RMA out of me. There's no fucking way. And stop pushing for an RMA that I can't fucking do. God. Horrible service. Horrible service. Like, I gave him all the examples of what I tried to do, and it's just like, yeah, your thing's dead. Like, what? Open eyes, please, Trick Cat. Thank you. Like, what? No way. No, it's not dead. It still works. How is it dead? How is it broken? Nothing happened to it. Just all of a sudden, just like, nope, don't want to work anymore. Ugh. Horrible service. And then on top of that, too, like, they have, like, no documentation whatsoever on their website. Oh, this problem comes up. Nothing. And then it's like, oh, yeah, you need your firmware. It's like, you need your firmware updated. I have the latest firmware, and then I get sent the latest firmware in a Google sharing drive. What kind of company are you? It's not on your website? What? Now I can understand like an Excel document or whatever, hosted on a Google Drive or whatever, but like a file? A needed firmware update on a Google Drive? What? You're a professional company. It should be on your website. Horrible. Horrible service. Horrible service. Anyway. But yeah, I want to go back to an MMO and like do that. I wish there was a good Pokemon MMO out there. Not an actual Pokemon MMO. Like something where it'll bide your time for quite a while. Like the closest Pokemon MMO I've done, like almost every single one. Pixelmon I've done Pixelmon. I've done a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red, not Red. Pokemon Fire Red. I've done Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I've done that other goofy Pokemon game that was Pokemon but not Pokemon. It was like a web browser based game, which, but nothing really grabbed my attention more than World of Warcraft. And not because that was the design. It was the theme park design. We shuffle you over here, we shuffle you over there. It's all fun. But Final Fantasy XIV has me on the story front, where the story is great. I just wish I could participate in it. The grinding is horrible. And then, but I mean, there's nothing like Pokemon though. And then there's Temtem that came out a couple years ago in beta, obviously. But it's like, it's fine and all. And then on top of that, it's just like, I saw a random text that was like, hi, this person, me, is an idiot. It's like, do you not understand how breaking barriers works? If I can find a way to escape a barrier, I will do it. It's like, oh, you're an idiot. I'm like, what do you mean I'm an idiot? I'm trying to find any hole in the terrain so I can break through. Like, if I could find a way to at the beginning of the game. If I could find a way to bust the barrier from land to water and just walk on water, I would. Like, I would have easily done that. But it's like, oh, I'm an idiot for looking for that stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, too, it's just like a couple of the quests, like, absolutely required you to look for 1%. Was it 1% or 5%? A 5%. I'm just going to say 5%. A 5% encounter chance. What? Like, I get it, but like, one, how was I ever supposed to know, without looking it up, that I needed a Pokemon, or in a Temtem or whatever, a monster, that had a 5% chance of showing up. A 5% chance of showing up for a quest, and because, you know, it's a 5% chance, but the area that you go into to get that monster has the encounters turned off because the boss is up there. Well, not really turned off, but it's like 3 tiles tall, but you walk into the boss right away. So chances of running into that encounter are very slim. But it's the only place to get that monster. So without looking it up, how is anyone supposed to know that it was there? Anyone. Horrible, horrible design. And then on top of that too, it's like the first gym. Oh, it's really hard, which, okay, fine. But at the same time, it's like, it's using, how should I put it? It's using the Nuzlocke mentality, where I don't know how much has changed since I last played, but when I played, these are things that just rub me the wrong way. It's just the Nuzlocke way of playing, and it's just like, I mean, it's fine. It gives it a little bit of a challenge, but especially for monsters that you haven't found yet. But you can't give your gym a theme, and then for your gym leader, completely throw the theme out the window and be like, okay, good enough. Fight the gym leader now. What? Like, what? And then on top of that too, it's like the monster that you have to defeat it with, you can't defeat it. Like, because you don't have the monsters to counter it. Like, that was the issue that I had with the... I don't think I have that stream anymore. But that was the issue that I had with a ROM hack that I played. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do the super expert mode. I don't care. I'm good at this. I know EV training and all that. And all of the Pokemon, of all the like, all of their Pokemon, the Pokemon in the extra hard version of the mode has high defense. Well, then we'll use special attack. There are no Pokemon in that ROM hack at the beginning that give you special attack AVs. None. And I'm not exaggerating. I don't know if they changed that later, but I'm not exaggerating. I looked it up and it's like, there are none that give you special attack EVs. None. So how are you going to get around Pokemon that are EV trained in defense, at the very least? So high defense, you're going to use special defense to get around it. How are you going to get around their special defense if you have nothing to boost your special attack? It's like, come on. I'm not that bad at Pokemon. And I really didn't want to, like, grind. And the other option is to get something with attack and grind its attack up. But at that point, you're just kind of ruining the point of it. Now you're just EV training for attack, defeating something with high defense. And you have no fighting types in the beginning. So it's like, that's not fair. Because, like, you get... Okay. In Pokemon Yellow, you have Oddish, I think. Oddish or Bellsprout. I think you can get early in the game. Either that or I'm thinking of Let's Go Pikachu, where you can get Oddish or Bellsprout. Or Eevee. Anyway, Let's Go Eevee, I mean. But for that game, you don't start with a grass starter, and you start with a fire starter. Well, guess what? Or at least with Pokemon Yellow, you start with Pikachu. But at least with that game, you could get a Beedrill. Or, not Beedrill, but... Beedrill is optional, but, you know, a poison bug type. Not the best, but, you know. Or you can get a Butterfree, which, guess what, is flying type and bug type, which is 4 times weak, but you get Psychic. So that works. Or you can get Nidoran, which, guess what, has Double Kick. And with Double Kick, that's a fighting type. And that also means you can actually fight him. You have a way around a rock type gym. Who'da thunk it? But the ROM hack that I played didn't have a fighting type or Pokemon that learned fighting type moves. And it was very annoying. I'm going to do one more and then get up, grab some water, walk around a bit. That stuff. Or I'm going to end one of the two. But yeah. I'm trying to find stuff to talk about. Okay? But, and that's what I mean. It's like, Temtem to me is just like, yeah, the monsters are kind of cute, but like some of the things that the game asks you to do is like so obscure that you would never think to do it. And the ROM hack for Fire Red that has all the Pokemon up to Gen 7, I think? Gen 6? Meh. Okay. I'm going to take a break, but let me finish my thought. But you can't have no way to fight a rock gym. Sorry. You can't have no way to fight a rock gym. No fighting type moves. And no way to boost special attack EVs. And expect the game to play fair. Because I looked it up and was like, oh, there's no way to get special attack EVs. That was smart, wasn't it? And then on the flip side with Temtem, it's like, I don't know about EVs or what effort values or whatever for them, but like, you can't tell someone, hey, get this rare spawn. We're not going to tell you where it is, but we're getting this. You need this exact rare spawn. Oh, how are you supposed to know that it spawns rarely and in a certain place? Oh, you're supposed to look it up. And that's the problem with the wild area for Pokemon, is that the wild area for Pokemon is that you have to look up what Pokemon spawn in what weather, because it's not intuitive what's there. Actually, it might tell you in the game. It'll tell you the weather at least. Anyway, let me get up, walk around, grab some water, all that stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay? All right. Be right back. And I'm going to hopefully remember to unmute myself when I get back. Just listen to Pokemon music for a bit. There we are. Get that back on. How's the music? Good? Fun? Not fun? I swear it's repeating itself. Let me look at stuff. I have like a rock in my sock somehow. Like, I stand up and it's like, why does it feel like there's a rock in my sock? What the heck? I know I'm not showed up yet, so give me a second. There. All right. Back to the grind. Anything else interesting going on? Nope. All right. Okay. Do that. Okay. Back to this. Told you it'd be boring. All right. So, where was I? I wish I had like a line of stuff to talk about, but okay, I know where it is. Worst thing is, I got it out of my sock. This isn't even a rock. It's like a piece of carpet or something. Weird. Anyway, oops. Anyway, as I was saying, what do I talk about? But yeah, relax, sit back, and all that stuff. But that's why I didn't want to like do this, because I've been doing this for every so often, like an hour here, an hour there, and oh my god. So many windows over on top of each other. An hour here, an hour there, and yeah. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic. An hour here, an hour there, and then just, you know, getting closer to odds and getting it. But it doesn't matter how many times I check this. Like, it's going to be about 2,000 checks at least, but if less than that if I'm lucky. But but when I do get around odds, I should be getting it. I'm just nowhere near it. And it sucks. It really does suck. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But at the same time, I really want to get this. Make it a shiny from the original Sinnoh. I could be doing this on DS, but I want it from this game. And be able to say, yes, I did full odds shiny hunting. But no matter what, it's going to be 1 out of 4,000 something. Or whatever the current full odds are. So that's fun. That's fun. That's annoying. Great. And then like this will be the first full odds Pokemon I got hunted through soft reset. I don't remember if I hacked in a shiny stone on X or not. I don't remember. I think I did. Just so that I could hunt Pikachu a lot better. And that still took me months. I'm not exaggerating. That took me months to get. Because, yeah. And it wasn't even the best. But it was from X and Y. Anyway, what else? I need a topic to talk about for about an hour. Yeah, I don't have much. I wish I had much, but I really don't have much because, yeah, I never really do streams for longer than 2 hours and have to have something to talk about the entire time. There's nothing going on screen. Like, maybe within the next 10 checks, my shiny will pop up and I'll be like, oh my god, finally! Wait, where's my super excited? Super excited? Oh my god! Ah! Anyway, no. Maybe. But besides that, like, there really isn't much to talk about. You're literally just watching, well, if you're watching this, literally just watching me talk and hit buttons, hoping that a shiny pops up, and just repeating the gesture over and over again. I don't know how this is content for some people. Apparently it's not even content for my own screen. Because for whatever reason, my second screen that I use to check to make sure that an ad isn't playing isn't even being picked up, which it usually does. Whatever. Which is kind of weird. I don't know if like Twitch decided, yeah, that's you and that's you, when before it never picked it up as everything was me, which is, again, weird. But, whatever. I'm not mad. It's just weird. Yeah. Come on, clicky. Yeah. Itch. But, yeah. Oh, what do I talk about? If I had questions, I'd have things to talk about. Okay, I swear they're just repeating the same songs over and over again. Because I was talking about the tunk, tunk, tunk before. Anyway, I guess since I'm going to be wrapping this up soon, I might as well just, like, recap what I'm doing in the next, I want to say, month or so. And I get to, like, just reveal all the bullshit that I had to deal with. And, like, again, I'll be able to talk about that next week. But until then, if I had questions, I'd be able to talk, or, you know, answer them and do that instead. But so my plan for the next upcoming week, after Tricky Cat's birthday, well, okay, tomorrow is Tricky Cat's birthday. So tomorrow, I'm going to start streaming, not as early as I can, but do my lunch, start streaming, and then, you know, start up a Pokemon. We'll just do catch-up stuff, maybe some Dynamax adventures, maybe some raids, depending on what's going on and all that stuff. Then after that, switch over to Mario Kart, play that a little bit. Maybe some VR grinding, or the versus rating grinding. Maybe some going to some tournament rooms and play that a little bit. If there's any time left, or I like have to leave or something, I'll leave but come back, because again, Tricky Cat's birthday. But do Mario Kart because of the Mii being in there and being able to use the Mii. I will not be able to switch, even though the Trick Tiger Mii, the heavy Mii, is a lot better. But, you know, play for fun. And then Smash Brothers. And then if I can set up a public room, do that way. So, again, options. And I don't know of anything else that really centers between me and Tricky Cat. Like, I can't play a game and be like, yep, that's Tricky Cat. Yep, Tricky Cat game. Boom. Except for, like, Pokemon. maybe I can find a game where it's like, okay, my character is 3 foot tall, has the ability to breathe fire, can produce electricity from itself. You know, don't touch its fur when it's charging up and all that stuff. And that's about it. You know, maybe I can set up something like that. I don't know. Maybe do Divinity Original Sin 2. Do the lone wolf because Tricky Cat's a lone wolf. Go from there. Yeah. But, you know what I mean. Just something. I didn't finish the second game, or Divinity Original Sin 2, so. I have no idea what that's talking about. So that'll be tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to do VR chat, but I'm not going to stream it. And also I have work, so I won't be able to stream it all today, or that day, or work on anything. And then Sunday, do the stream day. Yeah, work on my stuff and do the stream day. And then Monday is my workout day, so I don't work or play a game then. Tuesday, I might have just the day off and work on stuff, like drawings. Might. Either that or I stream on Tuesday. Wednesday, stream. Thursday, stream. Friday, probably no stream. Probably one of those days next week or the week after. Do Final Fantasy once. Get myself back to speed. But, what else? Also personal stuff. So yeah, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, not stream. And then January, depending on queue times, probably do Final Fantasy 14 and make that as like a, hey, if I get through it, I get through it. If not, probably Divinity Ultra Sin or Original Sin 2. Get up there. Or maybe. Oh, yeah, that's not the home button. No, thank you. Back of my ear itches. Anyway, scritch, scritch, scritch. Where was I? Or Divinity Ultra Original Sin 2. I would do Baldur's Gate, which is pretty good considering it's from the same people who do Divinity Original Sin, and they're really good, but it's still in early access, so not getting that yet. You can't even get past level 4 for your characters, which annoying, because level 5 and level 6 is where you really start ramping up with your D&D characters. So, yay. I don't know. I don't know. If I can't do Final Fantasy 14, I'll find something that I can do like nearly daily, but also slip in Monster Rancher because I want to do that. That's fun. And slip in I want to say Pokemon, but not Pokemon. Slip in a Mario Kart every once in a while, but like I want to have one game that I kind of stick to. Kind of like what I was doing with Pokemon Emerald. I stuck with that game all the way through. And then I kind of dropped it because I was like, I have other stuff to do, including work. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the backlash next week when everyone finds out that I did a stupid. Well, I did a stupid because I'll be able to explain that next week. I did a stupid because of stupid events. It pushed me away, essentially. Again, I'll be able to explain that later. Right now, I can't explain it because basically legal stuff. Not really legal stuff, but like because I'm essentially under contract, because employees are all under contract and all that, I'm not allowed to talk about it, because if they find out, you get fired. So if I not talk about it for literally one extra day till Monday, oh wait, not Monday, until Tuesday, because Monday's my work off day, until Tuesday, then I'll be in the clear. I can go, oh yes, this stupid thing happened, that stupid thing happened, I chose this because of this, I did this because of that, and yada yada yada. I will tell you this, if a job tells you that you're not allowed to have overtime, run away. Like, don't even accept it. But I wasn't told that we weren't allowed overtime until I actually have 40 hours. And then when I did actually have 40 hours a week, that's when I found out you weren't allowed to have overtime. I had literally 10 minutes of overtime and they freaked the fuck out. Like, dude, 10 minutes. At worst, you're paying me 20 cents. 20 extra cents. Oh no. Like, you can't afford 20 cents. Then you can't afford to tell your employee, then you can't afford to have me do my best work. Yeah. And then also it's like, I'll be able to explain more on Tuesday. Like, try keeping house payments done when you don't know if you're working 40 hours that week or 2 or 8 in my case. Yeah. That's why I've been able to stream and work on all this stuff this week. I have 8 hours of work. 8. I'm supposed to get 40. I'm not exaggerating. I'm supposed to get 40. I get 8. Tell me how to have a house when I get 8 hours a week. How am I supposed to pay for a house? Like, really? I'm supposed to work 8 hours a week and still have a house payment to pay, but yeah, I don't own a house, but I'm just saying, it's like, house payments by yourself are like, in that area are like $500 to $600. I was gonna say $550. $500 to $600. If I make $500, this is on the low end, every 2 weeks, on a normal all week or 40-hour week, you know, and then the next week have 8 hours. That's literally 8. That's literally 20% of what I'm actually working. So if I were to get that for 2 weeks, 16 hours instead of 40, well, technically 80. Like, how am I supposed to make house payments on that? That's just ridiculous. You can't live off of that. And then not knowing until, you know, the next week is like, oh, by the way, you have like no hours next week. Bye. Hope you're living. Like, I can get it. I get it. Like, my boss is like, oh yeah, back in the day, I was able to like rent a house, have no problems, and you know. But it's like at the same time, it's like, yeah, $850, you know, 10 some years ago. Actually, 20 years ago was a good thing. And you would have 40 hours a week, no excuse. I get 40 hours a week, maybe. And it depends on the time of the year too. It's like, oh, it's a slow week. Oh, I guess you're only getting 20 hours this week. Yeah, how am I supposed to live off of that? It's not worth it. Yeah. And then on top of that, I'm spending $40 a week. Yeah, $40 a week to go to work. Hey, and working for, let's see, 3 days, I make enough to do one set of gas over 20 hours. Right? No. 2 hours. 2 hours. And that's with tax. So if I go into work and only be there for 1 hour, it's not worth my time. Because I literally drive there and back and basically use up all the money that I've made. It's dumb. But again, how am I supposed to live off of that? I can't. Of course, how am I supposed to live off of Twitch? I can't. That's the other thing. I can't. So that's what I mean. It's like I have these plans to be a lot more consistent, but I can't guarantee them because I still need a source of income. You know, I still need a source of income, so I can't just like up and go, yep, fuck you, I'm going to Twitch. Can't do that. I wish it were that easy. I also wish that my jobs did not ruin my my Twitch stuff. I was doing fine on YouTube, then my jobs rolled around because then jobs rolled around, and guess what? I had no YouTube. I started doing Twitch a little bit more consistently. Then my jobs rolled around, and I no longer have Twitch. It's like, normal jobs ruin everything. Okay, not really, but it is frustrating. Very frustrating. I'll be able to talk more about that next week, though. Just like, okay, this is why I'm leaving. like on top of driving. Like, oh my god, I'm so sick of driving. I wish I could say it like I could, get a house near the job and not have to do that drive all the time. But I can't afford one. And it's dumb because I'm making almost twice as much as people 20 years ago, and I'm still unable to buy a house. Like, and that's not even counting the cut hours problem. Still can't afford it. It's dumb. Anyway, should I do a couple more? I'm going to do a couple more. But, yeah. I'm going to rant and rave. I'll rant and rave on Tuesday. And be, basically kicked out. Not really, because I can still do house payments. So I won't get kicked out. It's just I won't be able to do house payments. So, yeah. Or I am able to do house payments. So I don't get kicked out because I can do that. But it's going to be really tight until I'm able to get income again. Yeah. Anyway, that's not why I'm doing my campaign. My campaign is to get the word out and say, hey, I am cute. Okay. Tricky Cat's cute. Support Tricky Cat. Have more fun. More fun means more Tricky Cat. More Tricky Cat means more cuteness. More cuteness means more fun. But, yeah, doing this for so long, I feel like I'm bashing my head against the wall. I wish I had a better camera, too. I mean, I could have a better camera, but I have to spend like $10 a month to get it. And it's using my phone. So, and as good as my phone camera is, it just, yeah. The camera is just meant to like track my facial movements, but my phone can do 60 frames per second. This thing can only do 30. Like, I don't get why it can't do 60, but whatever. I'm not gonna bother with it. 30 was all I need, because it's supposed to... I mean, what are you going to gain out of... I mean, what is the program going to gain by getting, 30 extra frames? A little bit of smoothness when I rock my head back and forth? You're not going to get much out of it. That you can't even notice on stream. I mean, you might be able to notice, but not too much. Yeah. I'm hanging it up soon. Not because it's getting late, but because I'm getting to the point where I'm bashing my face into the wall. It's like, once I hit 45 hours, I can tell you that I've gotten, let's see, 25 times 60 times 10 is 250. Well, times 6. 1,500. Yeah. No? Well, 1,200. Plus 60 times 5 is another 300. So, yeah, about 1,500 checks. And I have another 1,000 to go. I'm kind of hoping that I get lucky and, like... I was really hoping for that to just be like... I'm really hoping I get lucky shiny. Oh my... I wanted that. I wanted to just show up as I was saying that. Just to be like, oh my god. But yeah. Oh yeah, man. I want to get lucky and just like have them pop up right now. At the best, I still have another 10 hours to go. 10 hours. If I were to do at least 2 hours a day, that's 5 days. Maybe another week of this. If I do at least 2 hours a day. But man, I am hoping for him to show up soon. Well, since I'm, well, not really waiting, but like... Still nobody. That's okay. Yeah. I am running out of things to talk about. I'm gonna have to like end this. It's like I can't even like talk about what I'm doing. Like all I'm doing is shiny hunting. I'm just letting this load, hitting all the buttons when the credits, the copyrights show up. All the buttons up, LR, ZR, ZL, A, not quite B, X and Y, sort of. Again, there's lag. I'm moving just fine. But something is loading in the background, and I don't know what. And it's just a capture card, too. It is literally just a capture card. I don't know what it is. I hate AverMedia now. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, okay, then I did that. I took one step forward, got the event to show up, and then got the event to show up. And then now that the event's showing up, okay, so the copyright hitting the buttons, boom. Okay, wait for this to load. Sorry, wait for this to load. Take a step forward, let the event go off. Slap buttons, just skip dialogue, let that go off, and then see if it's shiny, and it's not. Hit home, hit X, hit A a bunch of times, and let it load again. Like, what do I talk about? It would be a lot easier if it's like, okay, I'm going to do like a racing game. All right, I'm gonna take this turn sharp, see what I can do. You know, oh, I'm in second place. I gotta see what I can do to pass this guy. Let's try drafting a bit. Or like be silent and you see the race and you see me wrenching on the wheel. Just something. Or even just like playing Pokemon normally. It's like, okay, I see this. I'm going to do this because this seems like the best outcome. Blah, 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 blah. But this, I can't even say my thoughts on it because I'm not even like paying attention to this anymore. Maybe I'm a dummy and somewhere in the VOD, I've already came across shiny Dialga and I just missed it. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna hang it up this late. Let's go for 9:40 and then hang it up. Okay? Because this has gone on for way too long. It's blue. That says 37, so 3 more. I'm going off of my Switch clock instead of the actual time. Because, well, going off the Switch clock is just more consistent. My Switch clock is actually off by 1 minute, and I don't want to switch it back to being synced up again because I don't know if that's going to change the odds. If that makes any sense. Because like how if you switch over to a certain day in Pokemon Sword and Shield for Dynamax Adventures, if you switch it to a certain date and do a Dynamax raid of a certain Pokemon, you can see if it's shiny or not. Ba 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 ba. Because it just loops through all the potential, you know, shinies and all the potential things that show up for that raid. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. So I don't know if like changing it to syncing the time would actually mess up the rules. So right now I haven't touched my Switch time, so it may be off. Hopefully that doesn't mess with any other games. I might have to just turn it on, but we'll see. Anyway, this should be the last one. Should. Because it should be 9:40 after this. 9:40 for me. We'll see. Oh no, I ran into Beatwad. Oh no. What did I do with the Beatwad? I threw it to Mickey Mouse. Howdy ho. Wait, that's Anki. I actually had something to do, like, not had something to do. Like, if the first few Dialgas that showed up out of the first few checks were to be a 40 hours or more. Okay, so probably not 45. If one of the first ones were to show up as a shiny, I had the just like, okay, we're gonna play through the game a little bit. Okay, there we are. So I hope you enjoyed. It was a little comforting. I did a little bit of talking. A little. I don't know how other shiny hunters can do this and make it engaging. Like, this is really hard to make this engaging. Well, I'll let that go off until I'm finished. It's really hard. So, I'm going to do one more recap, but I'm going to make it really short. Tomorrow, Tricky Hat's birthday. We're going to start off with Pokemon. I don't know, probably Sword, but work off of, like, stuff that I'm working on, like doing the Championship Cup, doing some Dynamax raids, well, not exactly Dynamax, but Dynamax Adventures. doing some online stuff, a little bit anyway. That kind of stuff. And then if I get bored or whatever, 3 hours, 4 hours in, whatever, start doing some Mario Kart, maybe some VR stuff, or versus rating stuff, maybe some tournaments. We'll see. And then if I get bored with that, we have Smash Brothers, which I haven't played in a long while, so I should probably practice up. It's been a while since I practiced up, but not probably open up a public tournament room so I can actually practice instead of For Glory, where the people have really bad internet connections. Oh, that was so frustrating. Anyway, Saturday's work, and then I do a stream. Well, not stream. I do a game late at night, and then Sunday I'm gonna work on my video. Work on that a little bit, and then Monday's workout day. Work on my video a bit, and the pictures. Tuesday work on pictures. Do a stream of something, and we go on from there. All right. So once again, before I go, if you're watching the VOD and you really like this stuff, you can support me on either Patreon or Twitch. Twitch, you get the cool little emotes that you see at the bottom of the screen right now. I've already mentioned them at the beginning, and there are more to come. I still have to make a bunch, and I want to remake a bunch of them that you see below that are locked up. The more sub points you get, the more cool emotes you get. Cool deal, right? I'm going to even do a high five one, because I have not found someone who has a high five emote, and it's actually kind of frustrating. And then we have our Patreon, where you're able to get updates on stuff that I'm working on. If I'm working on something, you can get special treatment, such as the $25 sub, such as being able to join me for special games. Remember Final Fantasy XIV? You'd be able to group up with me, and we'd be able to play together on stream. And also, you'd be able to talk on stream, but that's kind of like case-by-case basis, not guaranteed. It also depends on what kind of person you are, too. But a whole bunch of fun stuff if you're able to support me. But the best way to support me is to go on Twitter and say, hey, Trick-a-Tiger, or his little cat, Trick-a-Cat, has a really cool stream, and you should really watch it because he's fun, and he likes to talk to people. And he hates really empty things, and he likes talking about stuff. Because he feels like he's knowledgeable, even though he's pretty stupid. Anyway. No, you don't have to put that part in. I was just being silly. But yeah. Thank you for watching tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I don't forget to put up the VOD tomorrow, like I did with the last one. And yeah. Join me for Trick-a-Cat's birthday. It's not my birthday, it's Trick-a-Cat's. He is canonically born on December the 17th. Alright. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!